Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. About 1 hour ago, as I speak, Jubilee Deputy Organizing Secretary, Pauline Njoroge, taking to her social media accounts, shared out this. Pauline Njoroge, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, and Right Honorable Raila Odinga, meeting Jubilee leaders from Kiambu County and other party leaders this evening. And then Njoroge has shared out those photos. And from those photos, you are seeing Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta, and other Jubilee leaders. And also there is a lady there, Mumbi Ngaru, who has been a staunch Raila supporter for several years. She's also part of that team. And there is also a very interesting thing about these photos. You are seeing Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta donning somehow similar shirts. I believe that's deliberate, which I'll explain in the course of our analysis. In this video right now, I want us to put all this into perspective for Kenyans to understand the high-octane politics being played here and why I believe that there is serious panic in William Ruto's team just because of this meeting. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. What's happening here, ladies and gentlemen? If you look at what has been happening in the country recently, I believe that this meeting was intentionally organized to pass out a message. And I'm going to explain the messages being passed out here. The first message, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga donning somehow similar shirts, is meant to send a message to any doubting Thomases that the bond between Raila and Uhuru is still intact. And maybe going into the future, they are still going to work together, whether in 2027 or whichever. And I'm saying that because in the recent days, some print media have been reporting a split between Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta pertaining to 2027 and also pertaining to the bipartisan report. I think this meeting and the donning of similar shirts just confirms that these two gentlemen are still working together and are going to work together even in the near future. I strongly believe that the main agenda of this meeting was because of the new political developments that have been happening in the country recently. In under 1 week, Uhuru Kenyatta has met US Ambassador, British High Commissioner, and even today, Uhuru Kenyatta met the Chinese Ambassador. These meetings are not just ordinary meetings, but something tells me very strongly that these meetings are cleverly being organized by Kenya Kwanza government to broker a truce between William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. The West is very disparate because their good leader William Ruto is losing the ground at home. So the West is very disparate to broker a truce between Uhuru and William Ruto. William Ruto's government is also pulling the strings here and there, even roping the Chinese ambassador into brokering that truce. So Uhuru Kenyatta actually met Raila Odinga and Jubilee leaders to maybe inform them of the developments. I believe that's why this meeting has been organized today. There's been a lot of shuttle diplomacy behind the scenes. I think this meeting was also meant to send a message that Uhuru Kenyatta is in Azimio to stay. He's going nowhere and he's also not retiring. I believe that's also what's meant by this meeting. And also, if you look at it keenly, about 2 days ago, Raila Odinga was in Kiambu County. And now we are seeing Uhuru Kenyatta and Kiambu leaders meeting Raila Odinga. Something tells me very strongly that this meeting of today is just an endorsement of Raila's forays on the mountain, in that it might be possible that Raila in the coming days is going to start some series of rallies on the mountain, and is most definitely going to begin also to start those rallies in Kiambu County. We saw Raila so far has toured Nyanza and Western. It might be possible that in the coming days, we might see Raila Odinga holding a series of rallies on the mountain. So this is a meeting that maybe was meant to plan on those meetings. And Uhuru Kenyatta's presence there is just to bless the upcoming series of rallies. Because if these Jubilee leaders see Uhuru Kenyatta, then they can easily work together with Raila Odinga in his mountain forays. And Uhuru Kenyatta's presence here is also very important, because looking at the mountain ground currently, William Ruto and his team, the Rigathi Gachagua, are losing popularity on the mountain. The mountain is very nostalgic of Uhuru Kenyatta's regime. And we have even seen that clearly anytime William Ruto goes to the mountain. He gets a very cold reception, something that is very different to the kind of reception William Ruto was being given last year. So it's a fact that in the 1 year, Ruto has lost some mileage on the mountain at the expense of a rising Uhuru Kenyatta. His presence actually also just paves the way for Raila Odinga's entry into the mountain. That's also something I'm seeing here. And the objective of sharing out all these photos is to consolidate Azimio support base, to bring Azimio supporters together. The moment you see Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta, then Azimio supporters, they get that confidence that at least the big boys are still together. And that can help in even soaring up Azimio support across the country and even on the mountain. I believe that's the reason why this meeting has been held. And most importantly, it's also meant to mobilize Jubilee leaders into supporting the recently released bipartisan report. We were told that that report had caused some divisions in Azimio. This meeting was just meant to bring Jubilee leaders together so that they can read from the same page with Raila and with Kalonzo Musyoka. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. In case you may want to support our forum, contact me through that number, or feel free to channel your support to that number. It's clear serious panic, serious tension in William Ruto's team this evening just because of this meeting. Uhuru has just sent a clear message. he is in Azimio to stay, his relationship with Raila Odinga is still intact. Let's meet in our next analysis.